Well, hello, hello, hello again, my mad scrappers. I have not given up on jack-o'-lanterns. As you can tell, I figured, okay, if at first you don't succeed, go find another one. But I've had this one also for a while. Interestingly enough, the other jack-o'-lantern you saw me struggling with from Crafter's Companion last week was a brand spanking new one. This one I've probably been sitting on for a year or two, give or take. I can't remember if I bought it brand new when it first came out or afterwards. I just collect all kinds of Anna Griffin stuff, so there you are. But I wanted to do it, and it's been on my head since last week, so I'm doing it now. So I've pulled out all kinds of goodie jobbers. So I'm still working off the stash. This is new. Now, mind you, the orange paper, which is what I'm going to cut the pumpkin out of, Jacqueline out of, is from the new paper I just got from scrapbook.com. It's Anna Griffin paper. This is, I believe, from either Craftober or I bought this recently, I believe, but the interesting part of it is I think I duplicated it. I have 2 boxes of this, so this is older, and there you go. What, the more the merrier. I'm also I pulled out some leftover ephemera from the Halloween card kit that I had that I made up last year. So I still had these little bits that I'm like, oh, see what I'm put together to decorate my lovely jack-o'-lantern. I pulled out an old piece of paper. You want to know how old this is, guys? Let's sing it happy birthday. I had to pull out a magnifying glass because my sight is like crud. But this is from 2013. Told you I was a hoarder. I've had this for forever, but I also am thinking I'm going to incorporate some sparkle, I think, with the jack-o'-lantern's eyes. I'm not sure, but I pulled it out to have it handy, and that's from this package of Anna Griffin's glitter paper that I also bought, that I ordered some extra from the from Craft Day. So I'm going to have 2 packages of this, because if one isn't good, 2 is better. Okay, guys. So what I'm going to do first off is I'm going to trim down my paper, because I'm going to cut the background for sure. Let me pull this out real quickly. Is this, let me pull, so this is my background down. This is, see, I tell you, I haven't even pulled it off, and my goodness, some of these die. This tape that she uses, woo, there we go. So I'm cutting this out of the black, out of this paper. So maybe I'll use this brown. I haven't decided where it's going to come out of. And then Mr. Jack-o'-lantern right here is going to come off. Is going to la 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 la. Come on, my pretty. Oh my goodness, it's really stuck in there. There we go. It's finally coming up. Holy cow. That's going to come out of the orange. I also have, maybe if I'd have done this first, it might have been easier. And this, I now realize I need to select another background paper to do this out of. You know what? I think that's going to be my glitter. I'm going to back it up with the black glitter so he all sticks out. I think that's going to look fabulous. It's going to be a very dark card unless I change this background color. So let me think on that for a second, but let me cut this down and we'll do some cutting out, okay? Be right back. All right, my mad scrappy friends, I am back with cut up pieces of paper, except for the orange, because it already came in a correct size. So all I've got to do is put my pumpkin in place. Now, which way do I want to go? I'm going to go this way, but what I'm going to do is move him up into a corner, going up to the edge, because that gives me, other, room for, to use it. One should be miserly with good paper. At least that's what I do. I kind of get the most, space I can. So I can cut this orange piece out real quick, and that's just going to take a single run on my Empress, if I can get it. There we go. I didn't get it engaged. And that will quickly, kind of sort of, it's not the fastest machine that's per se, but I still love her. My Empress, she is my queen. And so we will have, there we go. There's our jack-o'-lantern-y friend. Wahoo. And I have these pieces that I could save. And guess what I'm going to do? I am going to save them. Okay, I just want to get this done. So this is the only thing I can... Oh, no. Yes, I can. I can cut the black out as well. So I grabbed my black glitter and I cut it down to, I think, 5.5 inches will fit the background of my jack-o'-lantern, because it's going to give it that sparkle. And we'll come back and we'll just... And there he is. Now look at that. Oh, yes, this was the decision. I am so pleased. Doesn't that look awesome? Yeah! Yay! Yay me. I made a good decision. Don't count on that always happening, guys. Oh my goodness. All right, we'll put those two right now because I'm done with this, and at least that keeps my die located in one place. And let me pull now my other plates, and I have, I have the swivel tray for my Anna Griffin, for my Empress, and it has a space in the middle. It's awesome. I can slide. I keep all my plates in there. So put this aside. So it makes it easier. I mean, it's its own storage. It was like, like I said, I contemplated getting the new one for about a hot minute, and I'm like, no, this puppy, and I will work her until she dies, and then we'll see what we do. Okay, so now this is the background, the easel part of our card. Where is the, what did I do? Oh, it's right here. Plates right in front of my nose. Good Lord. All right, so let's run this one through now. And there we go. So now we have this piece wonderfully, and it's cut, and here are our score lines that we're going to need for this. And then I'll set this piece of paper aside because there's still pieces I can use for, I don't know what, but I can use. That's the point. Okay. All right, let me put this aside. So give me a second. Let me put this all away. At least get these die spat put together so I don't lose them. Hold on. All right, my scrappy peeps. I've gotten everything die cut, and I forgot to, on camera, bring out these. So I went ahead and pulled the leaf and the stem, which go glued here. And the stem, I'm debating exactly what I'm going to do. So I did cut them out. I just grabbed some green that I had, and I have them cut out, and then I'm going to kind of fly by the seat of my pants. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Save us all. So I've already cut this out. I already folded it in half. And then this gets folded down again this way. And I'm using single-sided paper, so yes, it is white. And this is what gets glued to your pumpkin. The pumpkin gets glued to this panel. But first, I've got to put the pumpkin together. So we are going to take, how am I going to glue this down? I am going to use my Nuvo, because it'll dry a little bit faster. But just for the sake of argument, I'm also going to pull out real quick, handy dandily, a block in case I need to, press it down. I notoriously don't do this. I know it's a technique. I know lots of people who do it. I'm not one of them that usually does this, but something tells me that on this one I may have to, and of course I didn't think of this through, so I haven't unclogged this bottle beforehand, but there you go. So this is Nuvo, this one, and my Barely Arts are my go-tos. Oh my goodness. Is it that? Hold on a second. It's pretty clogged. Hold on. Alrighty now. The problem is when you take a sabbatical from crafting is that some of your glues thicken up and attempt to dry up. So I had a glop of glue, right? I had to literally pull the little spout lid off and pull out the thickened glue that was right there. That was clogged, making it so that I couldn't get the glue through. So there you go. Lesson to be learned. Don't take sabbaticals. Or buy more glue, one or the other. So I'm just kind of quickly going through here and just spreading the glue all over. And I do have to work quickly because, Nuvo does dry much faster. It much faster than, Barely Art. So I have less time, and that's the positive. The positive can also be the negative. See, like over here, it's already started to dry off. So I got to get this put down pretty quickly. And, as accurate as possible. Because then I have to be picking up schmutzes, so. Alrighty, let's get this, let's press down. I should have done my technique, start from the left. I know this. But I got it pretty down. So this time I'm going to press it down. And this is where we put down our block real quick and give it a couple of minutes. So hang on. Meanwhile, I'll, toodle with my glue. Hold on. Okay, peeps. This is already good. It took a minute. So, oops, and I stuck my nail down underneath it. But anyway, it took a minute, but I am so glad that I did do the sparkle beneath. But look at that. We have a fully decorated pumpkin. At least, the base without 17 hours of paper piecing. Yeah, this is going to be my go-to jack-o'-lantern. I love this. I really love it. But we're ready to start putting together. But before I do that, I want to stamp the back of this card real quick while it's flat. and easy to do. So I'm going to take it and put it in my trusty little Misty right here. Put my little handy dandy magnet down. Grab my handy dandy, my little, I'm going to use my snarky stamp again because he's there and I want to. And okay, I just got to make sure because it's really small writing. And so you have to be careful, make sure. So, oh my gosh, it looks like I pretty much centered it pretty good. I just want to make sure it's straight. And then go ahead and just grab my VersaFine and stamp that stamp on the back of it. And then I'll just, sign it and put my, put the year. But this is a well-loved stamp. Again, like I said, I got this years ago at a scrapbook store that actually does not. Okay, this is wobbling. That's why. Hello, Myra. I'm like, why is it not lying flat? Oh, guess what, guys? Guess what I found? I found Mini-Me right in the drawer where he belonged. I just had not opened the drawer enough. So I'm going to grab it and just deepen it just a little tiny bit. Do one more. I don't think I need it really, but, why not overkill? There we go. Okay, so now I've got my stamp. And in case nobody has seen the other, where I used it just on the other card, it says, this card was made by hand. If you throw it away, those same hands will make a doll in your image and stick pins in its butt. Only special people get these kind of cards because, I have friends that get my sense of humor. So, I know people who will laugh at this. Now, let me really quickly clean off my, I'm just going to grab my rag right here and just wipe it off. And then we'll just set this aside and I'll pick up and put it away later, but at least I'll put it right here. Okay, so now we're ready to glue. And here's something I noticed when I compared it really a few minutes ago before I came back on camera. The glue only goes here, okay? Only here. So it's loose here, but when you line it up to glue it down, you're obviously going to line it up to this edge. I don't think you want to leave it, maybe not. But regardless, what you're going to see is a lot of white background that I personally find unsightly. And then I'm going to show you. So I looked at really quick at our inspiration sheet. And if you notice, there's a ton of decoration on all of these. That's what they're doing. They're covering up this white space or blank space, whatever color paper you're going to use. You're going to have that problem. So don't sweat it. Okay, just saying. Now, let me go. What I'm going to do, again, we only put glue here. So I'm going to, again, go back to Nuvo just because I want to go fast. Although, hopefully this wasn't going to backfire on me again. Because I did have to go back off camera and reapply glue to one side because it had dried and it hadn't adhered. But just on the spot and as close to the fold without going over the fold as you can. And you have to lay this down flat because you want to align it right. And then just, boop it down. And we're going to go with that more or less. There we go. And this dries fairly quickly so that we can work with this card fairly quickly. So I have already pulled out some sentiments because now what we need, amongst other things, now we have to decorate our pumpkin and also we need to put our, our stopper. We need a stopper there. So I just have to decide, and that one actually looks pretty good. So I pulled out some from extras. All of these are little extras that I have. So I can put have a spooky Halloween, happy Halloween, and this one is a longer stopper, but I think I like spooky Halloween because what's my how eat, drink, and be scary. That doesn't, unless I put that, I can put that in here or I can put that in here as well. So, and I think it depends on what other decorations I do. But I think have a spooky Halloween is going to be my stopper. Okay? Right there. And we'll put it right there along the bottom. All right? So give me 1 second. I want to pull some more ephemera. Okay, I am back quite a bit later. And I've played around. I pulled out stuff from I went looking and I remembered that I had these Thankfulness floral stickers, which come in handy because they had more of a fall theme flower, as opposed to like Anna's regular pinks and whatnot. So I found a couple and I may come back and get more. But for right now, I picked some I wanted to use here. And then also foliage stickers as well that I have plenty of. So I come up with an idea. And then also I wasn't happy with this green that I was using. And I went looking for, I went, wait a minute. I have Anna Griffin cardstock. So here is a green I like better. some bright orange and yellow. And I'm planning to do some die cutting. I want to do a little plate on the inside for a sentiment, just to be able to write, you know, Happy Halloween or Love You or whatever and sign it. So I thought I'd do that on the inside with the orange, a larger one and a smaller one. And that's where it comes in handy that you save your dies. And where did I just put my little die thing? Holy cow. I just had it in front of me and suddenly I have hidden it. Oh, because I hid it behind me. This little folder has saved me more times than not. This was given to me by a friend, I don't know, umpteen years ago. I believe these may be quick cuts, but I'm not sure. But regardless, this little thing, this is going to come in handy right now to cut out. So, whoops. Ah! Okay, nothing moved. Okay, good enough. So what I'm going to do is die cut this one in the orange. It should fit. Please tell me it fits. Otherwise, I have another piece of orange and it doesn't fit. So I have to grab the bigger piece of orange that I have right here. And then I'm going to cut this one out of the white. So that will be, and I will layer it and put it on the inside with one of the sentiments. I'm going to cut some leaves out of the green and the yellow, the fall yellow. I may even cut an orange one, but I don't think so. I think these will do to mix in with here. So give me a minute. I'm going to cut all of these off and cut all of those out and I'll be right back. Okay, I have come back to you. I have cut out my leaves in the different colored paper I did, and including my stem. And I've got my inner side plate that I'm going to put together and then probably put up here. We're going to see if this works. This might not work. If not, then we'll only use this one. So we'll see. If not, I have an extra one of these to put on the inside. I won't be able to fiddly fart with it until I do this part so I can stand up my jack-o'-lantern. The one thing I noticed, and I'm happy with these colors, but I'm not totally happy. I want to play with them. So I went and grabbed some inks, and it always comes in handy to, one, know what you got, and two, save old stuff. So I still have some of my FSJ stamps, and I got the colors that I want because I wanted to deepen them out, just add a little bit of shading around the edge on these leaves. So I'm going to start first with my yellow, this harvesty, it's not like a yellow, it's like a harvest yellow, but I don't know what color you want to call this. I mean, it's not a yellow, it's an ochre. There we go. Is that ochre? Is that the right color? I don't know. But I just wanted to come around the edge and just, add a little something, something. And we'll come in and do the same to the green, except for my dipping in green. I had nothing in my newer colors that I've gotten from Simon Says that works. So here, I mean, I've got it, and this one is not dark enough, and that one, it's more translucent, but between the two of them, I get the effect I want. So first I'm going in, we'll start here. Oh my goodness. As I start to drip, forgive me, my good. Achoo! 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 Excuse me. I just love allergy season. No. I lie like a dog. Okay, so we just, I went around the edge, just deepen it a little. But it's almost too bright a green, okay? That was my problem when I saw this. So I'm like, okay, so what we do is we grab, and this, oh my goodness, this thing is like, I need to grab some super glue or hot glue and glue this thing down so I don't have to manhandle it much. But now I'm going to go in with my olive green. And my olive green, because it by itself is not dark enough, but what it does do is change the tone of the lemon green. So I just, work them together, and I have a solution to my problem. That's all I'm going to do. Call it quits. And now I have green fingers and green nails. I'm like wicked. There we go. Mafalda. Is that what her name is? I remember. I read the book a million years ago. I have not. Can you believe it? I've not seen the play, but I am planning on going to go see the movie. So that will be something. But I read the book a long time ago. I forget who gave it to me, and I have it. Okay, so now we're going to start gluing down things. So I'm going to glue these guys down just with some wet glue. So we're going to grab, hopefully, our unclogged bottle of, let's see if it's, yes, because I really declogged it yesterday. So if I can feel air, it's unclogged. And we're just going to use, because I want to work fast. And this glue has really thickened up, so it's going to be a problem. You know, I will have to really be very careful about declogging it. I'm going to grab, now I want to grab the curved ones. It allows me a little bit better control. But it's nice and thick too, so I like that it really does work. Okay, and then I'm going to do the gold one next. I'm going to separate. So we have that down. Now, everything else just about, I think, are stickers. So I grabbed this, and this is for my foliage pack. I grabbed this to wrap it around because, see, we see a little bit of the white right here. So I had to take like a sudden break, excuse me, because my nose started to bleed suddenly and I was going to drip all over the project and the mat and that was all going to be gross. So I'm sorry for that. Now, I want to see who was paying attention. Who was paying attention to the fact that I messed up when I was gluing these flowers down, in that I glued down and I needed to be gluing up. Right? Because guess who glued up against the bendy part? But it was very little, so I was able to repair it. But I'm also, well, one, you can still see all of this, and I'm not happy with the look of that, which you would be able to see even if I hadn't removed all of this adhesive, it would still be visible, and that doesn't make me happy. So my solution is I've gone ahead and cut two pieces. Because I'm gonna, right here on this side, I'm gonna reinforce this just because I feel like it should be stronger. So I'm going to take my scissors, my handy dandy, where are my big purple scissors? I can do it in one snap. Or even better, where's my paper trimmer? Right here. So you come over here for a second. I'm going to trim these pieces down and I'm going to reinforce. Because I did this exactly how Anna wanted to do. She wants us to use, and her cardstock is good, but it's like, okay, it's not indestructible, and we're back to the zombies. And we, like, doesn't have to survive the apocalypse, but, let's, so here, that will, okay, so just to the top, that first score, I'm cutting on that first score. And that will make a nice reinforcement right here. And I'm good with that. And then now on the other side, of course, I really gotta, I think I can get away with, I'm gonna cut at the first score line first, but my opinion is I'm gonna take it down to the second. And I need to cut, quite a bit off, so we're not gonna have to, eyeball these things and see how far we need to go until we get to where we need to be. Nope, much more. But I'm going to cut it in little bits until I get to where I want to be. We're almost there. We're almost there. Probably okay. And this is the right way, right? Oh, no. That's the other part. I got to make sure I'm lining up the right. There we go. I think I am. Yeah, now I'm lining it up right. I just need to cut more off. And it'll come. It'll get there. Let's see. So I am just about... I could just cut this top part off because who cares? And let's see if that works. Except this is more visible, so... I'm going to cut this down a little bit because I know I need to anyway look like I did. And then I'm going to cut some of this off because it doesn't matter. So let's see. Are we aligned yet? Not quite. Well, you know what? We're pretty lined up except for right there. So what's the scoop with that? Because I don't think bringing it down lower. Yeah, I do. I do need to bring it down lower. No? How interesting that here. That is very interesting. It's still a little high, so let me take it down a little bit. Almost like at an angle, I swear. Okay. That just about did it. Okay, hang on a second, guys. Okay. I've done some fiddly farting here and a little bit of trimming. And what did I just do with the other piece that I just had in my hand? Maybe it's back down under here. It is not yet, but I don't know if it's a solution. And in all honesty, had I not noticed, I mean, this is the way it's supposed to be. And that's what the other cards, because if you're putting all kinds of stuff on it, it's all going to be visible in the back. But that little bit bothers me. Okay, so I am going to go ahead. This panel is already to be glued on. So... So now it's a little bit more, a little bit more reinforced. And we camouflage a little bit of that stuff because it just, it's almost like embroidery, in the olden, in Victorian times, your back almost had to look as good as your front. That was the true skill of an embroiderer. Okay, so now we're ready to decorate the inside of this. So we flip this all over, and I have all of these pieces. And I am going to use both of these panels. So there we go. I think that's good. At least it's not up, as high as it could be, but I like that. I'm good with that. And let me center it. I should have, paid closer attention. But that'll dry off. Okay. And there we go, my peeps. There's our little jack-o'-lantern card. I enjoyed this one, I'm gonna tell you quite honestly, much more. I still fiddly farted with it a lot. And that was just, out of sheer Myra-ness. But we have our card. Now I could practically take one of my little tiny sentiments and possibly the ones that I just got and maybe stamp something in, because all I have to do is put Love, Steve, and Myra at the bottom. And that would be, I really honestly could stamp something. I just grab but since I'm not going to be able to do in the Misty, but I could just grab a stamp block. And maybe, like, oh my gosh, so sending you chills and thrills. You're the whatever. So I may do that. So, or have a spooktacular Halloween. See, that fits right there. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that, guys. But that'll be just on the after. I'm going to let you go now because I am tired. I am dopey. These allergies. Oh, wait. I forgot. Crud. I left the spider. So before I go into my spiel, my ending spiel, not spider, it's a bat. I wanted to put our little bat guy in. I pulled him out. I'm going to put him on here. And I realized that there's a tiny bit when you look at the card face up, I can see a tiny bit of the white. So if I put him like right here, I'm gonna put him on the leaf, glue him right here, the wing covers that. So let me just, you'll excuse me, I have to be able to see it, so I'm gonna do it, there we go. So see, now you can't see anything over here between all the decorations we put. And I used the bat. The bat needed to be used. He needed to show up somewhere. So now I'm happy. So hopefully you enjoyed this, guys. This really is an easy card. If not, all it is really is just in the decoration. We have to keep in mind what the back is going to look like. And that's a totally your call as to whether you want to do what I did, which was trim it down. And it does make it look a little bit better. Had I not taken the tape all the way off, that would have helped. But, if people are looking at the back of the cards, then there you go. Whatever. It's the beauty of a handcrafted item. So we are going to go with that. So my friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed this, if you learned something, if you're like, oh, you know what, maybe I'll get that jack-o'-lantern die instead of the other one because it's so much easier, then knock yourself out. I believe Anna, it's still available on Anna. I'll look, and if I can find it, I'll link it down below. So if you enjoyed this, again, please give me a thumbs up. Drop me a note. Let me know. If you want to see more of this madness, obviously you can tell that I have plenty to go around. So by all means, subscribe and ring that bell, and we'll see what's the next card that I go crazy on. All right? So meanwhile, I'm going to let you go. So go out there and craft. Make something beautiful, and always remember that what you make and what you give brightens someone's day. So go out there and make a difference with your craft, okay? And always, in this channel, never forget, we're all a little mad here. So come, craft the madness with me, okay? I'm going to talk to you guys later. Bye!